March on the 19th, and actually the last 2 days it sold out, most recently March 19th. This is from Rastelli in South New Jersey, and they have become QVC's own personal butcher when it comes to these beautiful black Angus beef products. And when you talk about filet, you're talking about the king of all steaks. You're talking about the most buttery and tender of all steaks. And of course, there's nobody that knows that story better than Ray Rastelli, the owner of the company and a man that's been in this business for over 41 years.
David, it's great to see you.
Good to see you again, my friend. This is something so exciting, and you brought this into us the last couple of days, sold out both days. These come packaged in groups of 2, and what you're talking about is a very manageable, quick cooking size of filet.
It is. You know, it's the perfect portion, and there's so many different ways to use it, but we always start with black Angus, and that's really the key. You know, and we treat this steak just like we treat those thick 6 or 8 ounce steaks. But what's really interesting was we only get 1 steak off of each tenderloin, so that's why these don't come very often. So when you talk about a 2 ounce portion that is completely trimmed from one end to the other, you just get a steak that is going to be fork tender all the time. I mean, we always know that the tenderloins are always fork tender, but these especially because they're just so incredibly, what I consider the perfect portion.
You can almost look at them and they fall apart because they're so tender.
Look,
but I will tell you, what you don't want to do is miss this because they are extraordinary. The flavor, the texture, the marvelous seasoning that comes along with these just make this a must-have. And the 2 ounce size cooks so quickly. Ray, never disappoint.
Yeah, you know, they're going to always melt in your mouth. And, you know, David, we always talk about black Angus. So when you take a look at what I'm used to looking at for the past 41 years in the butcher shop, we really look for the marbling. And if that marbling gives us nice, lots of marbling, vibrant color, we know we're going to get a tender, we're going to get a very tasty, moist steak. And because these 2 ounce medallions are completely trimmed, you'll have nothing left on that plate other than just the juices that might be left from the steak.
Exactly right.
That's how easy it is.
And what you're really left with is something fantastic. You're going to love these because they cook up so quickly. You can serve these as an entree. You can cut them up into smaller pieces and think about this as an add-on to your chili or your great meat sauce, whatever you're doing. Really extraordinary. Now, what you're choosing is 14 or 28. Now, obviously, the 28 piece count is the better option here because with our buy more, save more, you're saving $29, Ray.
Yes.
Now, if you want the 14 piece count, I have $750 to go around. Want the 28 count? Only $850 to go around. You can lock in those easy pays on auto delivery, and we'll send this to you every 90 days for a year. I have visited Ray's facility in South Jersey. First of all, out of all the food facilities that I've been in, and I've been in a lot of them, one of the most clean, pristine, beautifully run places I've ever been in my life.
We're very proud of that.
And you should be. I know how hard you work to maintain it. But here's a look at the meat shop. This is what you expect because Ray likes doing the whole butcher thing the old-fashioned way.
Yeah, and you know, it's so important. Our guests for the past 41 years have come into that butcher shop and trusted that we're going to put a piece of steak on the plate that their family's going to be happy with. And we've got trained butchers who are just looking at every step. And there's also always a Rastelli family member there. And that's very critical because our simple motto is if we wouldn't cut it and give it to our mom, we wouldn't cut it and give it to our guests. So that's important. But David, look at how I can take an entire steak and I can actually cut an entire steak right in half with a fork. Not even using a knife, just taking that whole steak and just cutting it right in half.
I've been enjoying mine back here, pork tender. Oh, my word.
It is that easy.
And I'm trying to be polite with eating with a fork. I want to pick up the whole thing and put it in my mouth. All right, so very, very definitely your delicious filet just in time for summer. Now, these will last in the freezer how long?
They will last in your freezer for up to 12 months.
Nice.
And they come vacuum packaged, so you can see there are 2 steaks in each package, completely vacuum sealed. So what's going to happen is this steak is going to last for 12 months. If you get in a pinch and you've really got to cook this quickly, just take it, run it under cold water in the package, and in less than 5 minutes, you're going to be ready to go to the grill. Now, as you can see, I started these steaks on the grill just when we came on, and in less than 5 minutes, they're going to be ready to go.
That's what's great about these, because remember, they're 2 ounce size. They're designed to cook very quickly. So if you wanted to cut these up into strips, they're going to make a stir fry like you've never had in your life. Are you kidding? Do a gourmet slider for a summer dinner party. Wouldn't that be fantastic?
Just wonderful.
Now, let me update you. If you want the 14 piece count, I have 500 left. If you want the 24 or 28 piece count, $650 to go around. Sold out the last 2 days on the air. You haven't seen these since March. This is an opportunity to get yours now. Stock your freezer for summer. I'm going to begin in the next couple of weeks stocking up for summertime. Got barbecues and holidays right around the corner. So many great opportunities. We're going to bring in some fresh cutters, so we're going to go ahead and swap those out. I'll remind you also that if you are cooking on the George Foreman indoor-outdoor grill, as I have in front of me, you might want to consider picking these up and using them on the George Foreman. These are also going to cook very, very quickly, obviously, on your grill. But if you've got that Le Creuset grill pan that we're going to be featuring coming up a little later in the show, that would be a perfect way to cook these. Ray, in fact, is using that on our induction cooktop in the front of the set here. So, very definitely a perfect choice. What you don't want to do is miss these. They've sold out the last 2 days on the air, and they are popular again today.
David, when we go back to the tenderloin, you say it to me all the time, that's that muscle that's always just along for the ride.
You know what? That's
right?
the one part of the cow. People ask, why is the filet so tender?
Yes.
It's the one part of the cow that's just along for the ride. There's not a muscle involved here.
No.
So you're talking about something that is very choice, something that is very, very tender, and one that is going to melt in your mouth because of just what it is. This is why we're able to bring it to you and get excited about this wonderful offer, wanting you to take advantage of it now, because having sold out the last 2 days on the air, we're going to very definitely encourage you to hit the gas a little bit and make this order soon. I don't want you to miss out on it. We brought in 1,900. If you want the 14-piece count, I have 300 left. If you want the 28-piece count, only 500 remaining. You should also know that when you go with that 28-piece count, you're saving $29 with the Buy More, Save More.
Great savings.
Now, Ray, these come packaged in groups of 2, is that correct?
Packaged in groups of 2 in the vacuum seal, and that vacuum seal is going to make sure that that product is going to stay fresh for you, fresh frozen, I should say, for you, in your freezer for up to 12 months. And that's really, really nice because you don't have to worry about any freezer burn inside that product.
Right.
But being a Black Angus product and being completely trimmed, and look how easy it was for me to actually take these and cook these, and in literally just a couple of minutes, these are ready to go, and there's so many different things that we can do with that.
What does it mean when that juice is puddling on the top of the steak?
When that juice is puddling on the top of the steak, it's at about medium to medium rare. It's ready. In my book, it's ready to go.
Ready to go.
Right. And one thing you don't want to do is you don't want to keep turning steaks over and over. Put them down on the grill. Once that steak starts to puddle just on top, flip it one time, and it's ready to go. And you can see we've had these on here for just a few minutes, and look at just. First of all, I want to show you how fork tender it is. Here, with a fork, I'm cutting that steak right in half.
Isn't that crazy?
Look at that. Isn't that amazing? Don't even need a knife to do that.
No, I'll tell you, that's a hot grill, and you can see that those are actually a little past medium, aren't they?
Yes, they are.
But that's actually how I like them, so that's just fine. I'll help you with those.
There you go. But such an easy steak, and we'll never disappoint. We'll always be that fork tender. They will be certainly the hit of the barbecue. What's really nice, when you throw these on your barbecue grill, the same time you throw your hamburger or your hot dogs on, they're going to be done just in about the same amount of time. So you got a big party coming over, it's easy to just drop them on that grill, and there you go. That's great to see.
I would have given you the verbal, but my mouth was full. We started with how many? 1,900. If you want the 14-piece count, 6 dozen. 28 count, only 200, and we've got hundreds of people on the phone lines. Mr. Rastelli, you may cook steak for me anytime, sir.
Thank you so much.
Good to have you back. A real pleasure to see you, buddy. This is M51454. I want everyone to stay on the line. We're going to take a short break. When we come back, we're going to be talking about the Amazon Echo. And if you think you won't use the Echo in your kitchen, oh, please. We're going to show you some great ways you'll use this in your kitchen and a whole lot more. It's a busy in the kitchen with David today. Oh, there's another steak. Well, you know what? I could be persuaded. Stick around. Lots more to come. And the Amazon Echo today's special value when we come right back.
There's even more to love with the Q Card. This weekend, open a new Q Card and make a purchase by Sunday, May 21st, and we'll treat you to a $20 QVC e-gift card. Let's go shopping together with the Q Card.
From designer Kenneth Cole, brand new leather footwear. Supportive, beautiful, modern. Feel comfortable being different. Gentle Souls by Kenneth Cole. New Monday at 7 p.m. Eastern on QVC2 and early Tuesday at 1 a.m. Eastern on QVC.
We know you love PM Style with Sean on QVC, so because of you, now there's two. Watch PM Style with Leah on QVC2. PM Style with Sean Mondays at 10 p.m. Eastern on QVC, and PM Style with Leah Wednesdays at 7 p.m. Eastern on QVC2.
Well, we talk a lot about having a personal assistant in our home, but you know what? That's usually saved for the rich and the famous and those Hollywood celebrities, right? But what if your assistant could help you out with weather, stock quotes,